Hi students, welcome to physics classes. Now we are discussing NCERT questions from motion in a straight line. Now today we will discuss question number 10. Now a player throws a ball upward with an initial speed of 29.4 meter per second. Of 29.4 meters per second. With this initial velocity, a player throws ball upward direction. Now he given 4 questions based on this. In that first question, what is the direction of acceleration during the upward motion of the ball? What is the direction of acceleration? Now see here, when the ball is going upward or downwards, when the ball is going upward or downwards, acceleration A becomes G. Acceleration is acceleration due to gravity. Acceleration is acceleration due to gravity. Because of gravitational force, acceleration is provided. Acceleration due to gravity. Name itself it is there. Acceleration due to gravity. Now when the ball is moving upward direction, upward motion, acceleration becomes acceleration due to gravity, and it is always acting towards center of the earth. It is always towards center of the earth. Now what is the direction he asked? It is downward direction. It is always vertically downward direction. Always vertically downward direction. Okay, and one more, it is a vertically downward direction. G value vertically downward direction. If a ball is going upward, we should take minus. That negative indicates opposite direction. Negative indicates opposite direction. If ball is coming downward, we will take G value is positive. As the ball moving upward, acceleration indicates minus G. Minus G means opposite direction. So when the ball is moving upward direction, minus G means G value acceleration is towards down, opposite direction. Now second question B, what is the velocity and acceleration of the ball at the highest point of its motion? At the highest point of its motion. Now as we discussed earlier, acceleration is always acting downward direction, because acceleration due to gravity, it always acts downward direction, vertically downward direction. Now as the ball going upward, when we throw a ball, here the player throws the ball with initial velocity 29.4 meter per second. Now with this initial velocity, a boy throws the ball upward direction. Now when the ball is going upward, when it is going upward direction, because G is acting downwards, G value downward direction, slowly its velocity reduces. And final point at maximum height, its velocity becomes 0. After reaching the maximum height, velocity becomes 0, and then it returns down. Because its velocity becomes 0, it will not go upward direction, it will come down. After reaching maximum height, it will comes down because its velocity becomes 0. So what is its velocity at highest point? 0. And acceleration, A value is always equal to G, acceleration due to gravity. Now it is always equal to 9.8 meter per second square, nearly 9.8 meter per second square. And even previous question we mentioned, it is acting vertically downward direction. It is acting vertically downward direction. G value is 9.8 meter per second square. Always, even at highest point also 9.8 meter per second square, and it is acting downward direction. At highest point, velocity becomes 0. Okay. Next, C. Third question. Now, here he given choose x equal to 0 and t naught equal to 0 seconds. X equal to 0 and t naught time equal to 0 seconds to be the location and time. X equal to 0 is the location, t equal to 0 seconds is the time of the ball at its highest point. At its highest point, these two values. Vertically downward direction to be positive. He said to take vertical downward direction to be positive direction. Downward is positive direction of x-axis. Now, and give the signs of position, velocity and acceleration. He asked us to give sign for position, velocity and acceleration of the ball during upward and downward motion. Upward and downward motion, we should give the signs. Now here what he given, at highest point x equal to 0 meters and time equal to 0 seconds. So it is starting from that point, and he asked us to take vertically downward direction to be the positive of x-axis. Positive of x-axis. Then here we can take when the body during its upward direction, during upward motion. Now as we take in downward is the positive, during upward motion position is positive, velocity is negative, acceleration due to gravity is positive. Now coming to downward motion. During downward motion, position positive, velocity positive and acceleration also positive. When we consider the body coming down, x equal to 0 meters and t equal to 0 seconds at highest point. Now it is positive towards x-axis he mentioned. Now during upward motion, while reaching to the maximum position and acceleration becomes positive and velocity becomes negative. And during downward motion, position, velocity, acceleration all are positive. Okay. Next, D. What height does the ball rise and after how long does the ball return to the player's hand? Height, ball raise, h we should calculate. And here what they given, u equal to 29.4 meter per second and g value 9.8 meter per second square. H we should find, and how long, after how long does the ball return to the player's hand. So time of flight we should calculate. Now what is the formula for finding h max, maximum height, equal to u square by 2g, that is equal to 29.4 into 29.4 by 2 into 9.8, then it is equal to 44.1 meters. So it will rise up to 44.1 meters. Now and he asked time of flight. Time of flight means time of ascent plus time of descent. So we can take time of flight equal to 2u by g, that equal to 2 into 29.4 divided by 9.8. If you do this simplification, we will get 6 seconds. So time of flight is 6 seconds. Okay. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe for more updates.